everyone. It's your big sister Chiquis, and you've reached my personal voicemail box for the Dear Chiquis podcast. I'm here to give you advice on anything and everything you need help with, whether you're going through a breakup or having issues with your family, or maybe you have a question about my personal life. Whatever the case is, I want to hear from you. Remember, these are my thoughts and my opinions, and if you're suffering from a serious issue or hardship, you should seek help from a qualified professional. All right, now go ahead and leave your message at the sound of the beep.
Hi, Chiquis. I just want to say, first of all, thank you. Thank you so much for helping someone like me that you don't even know through your podcasts. A while ago, I was listening to your journaling episode, and I started doing it, and I remember doing it when I was a teenager. I'm currently 27. I have 2 kids. I'm with my fiance, and not all days are beautiful. And you reminded me that journaling is like a way of like helping, yourself. And I think it was another podcast I listened to where you were saying that you were with your friends on like a girlscation, and that you were just like, just saying stuff that happened with your siblings, but you were also saying, not everything needs to be out there. Like, sometimes you can just take it to God. And I feel like, that's what I'm doing right now with my journaling. And I just want to say thank you, Chiquis. Thank you for helping someone like me that you don't even know that you're helping. I love you so much, girl, and I hope everything is good with you in your life. And I pray nothing but happiness for you, Chiquis. Thank you so much. Love you.
Oh, Raquel, that's it? Oh my gosh. Well, not that's it, but I'm like, you didn't even leave a question, which I'm grateful. First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. And you're welcome. Like I do this for you guys, for me. I always say this, it's like a form of therapy for me. And it's just right now, it's confirmation because I go through it as well. I have great days. I have not so good days. I have really bad days. And thank you. That was so sweet. Like it gives me the strength to keep going on those days where I think, am I even making a difference? Is anyone even listening? Does anyone even care? And you guys always remind me. So this is just a beautiful thing. You have no idea what you did for me right now. So thank you. Thank you for listening. I'm glad that I'm able to help. And yes, continue to journal. It's so healing, and I'm hoping and praying that it helps you very, very much. So thank you, Raquel. I'm sending you a big hug. Oh my gosh, I love you. Okay, guys, we have another question from Kayla.
Hi, Chiquis. I'm so thankful and glad you do this for those who are just concerned and have questions, and maybe you can give some advice. I'm a mom of 5. I'm currently in nursing school. I'm married, and but my first child, who is soon to be 13 in September, my husband isn't the father. He accepted me with him. We got together or back together when I was 5 months pregnant. Anyways, the sperm donor, we're going to call him that. Haven't heard from him or talked to him in almost 13 years. He didn't want anything to do with the baby. I left, went back home, and then, everything's history. When do you think it's a good time to talk to my son about the situation, and how can I talk to him about it? Obviously, he's soon to be a teenager, and I know he's going to be hurt eventually, but my husband loves him the same as our other children. My husband is an amazing man. Como dicen, no es el que gendra, sino el que cría. But anyways, just a little bit of advice. Thanks, girl.
Kayla. Okay, yeah, I totally get it. I totally get not the concern, because it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think, I always say this, rejection is God's protection. And I love to hear that your husband is a good husband. I was going to tell you, regardless, he's a great man for taking this child, your son, his son, under his wing and raising him as his own. Like, honestly, that's admirable. And we love that. We love him for that. Tell him I said thank you, by the way, because it takes a real man to do that. I think that it will be a bit of a shock for your son. And that's why it's a little bit delicate, I feel. Like I don't want to give you the wrong advice. I think you just need to fill it out. I wouldn't wait too long, but I do think he's a little too young right now. Personally, like if I put myself in your shoes, or if it was one of my nieces or nephews, I think some of the most critical years in a teenager's life is right when you become a teenager, which is 13, 11, 12, 13. You're going through puberty, your hormones are everywhere. 15, 16. I would wait until he's an adult personally. I think once he's 18 years old, he's an adult, right? He's a child. Let him be a child. Let him enjoy. And he still has some growing up to do. And he's going through so much. Like this is a very delicate time. So I would just wait until he's 18 and he's an adult. And he has the option of looking for him if he'd like. It's his choice at the end of the day, So that is my advice. That's what I would do. Obviously, you're the mother and you're going to know. Pray about it. And when you feel it, do it. But I do think he's too young, personally, especially if your husband is an amazing man and probably doesn't even think about it. That's his dad. That is his dad. And even with my stepdads, I'm like, those are my dads. Like I had a sperm donor, like you said, and then I had my stepdad, Juan, and that's the one that I grew up with and taught me so much. So eso es lo más importante, como dices tú. But yeah, that is my advice, and I hope it helps. Again, I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a psychologist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a doctor. I don't know all the right answers, but I go with my intuition, and I always like to put myself in the other person's shoes. So that's what my heart is telling me right now. So hopefully that helps you a bit and calms you down a little. I don't think there's any rush, personally. Let him enjoy his childhood. And sending you a big hug, babe. Thank you for trusting me with that information. I appreciate it. Okay, guys, last question comes from an anonymous listener. Let's see.
Hey, Chiquis. I just want to start by saying I love you so, so much. I'm recording this at 3 a.m, but my question to you was, how do you set boundaries with your siblings? Because me and my sister, we have a beautiful relationship, but I feel like sometimes I don't know how to set boundaries. I haven't, and I feel like there's things that I'm like, I don't want you to do that to me, or, I don't want you to act that way towards me, but because she's my sister, sometimes I don't know how to set those boundaries in place, or how do I say these things to her, if I'm making any sense, because I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt her heart. I don't want to hurt her feeling, but I also want to feel like I'm being heard. That makes sense. But yeah, that was all, and just wanted to say I love you again.
Oh, Mama, thank you. I love you too. And what are you doing up at 3 a.m? You need to get some rest, girl. But thank you. Thank you for leaving your question, for thinking of me at 3 a.m. I appreciate that. Okay. I totally get it. This is something that I've been working on this year, actually. I talked about it on Chiquis and Chill, setting boundaries. I've been very good with setting boundaries with people outside my siblings, my extended family, some friends, in business. The most difficult part has been in my relationship, in my marriage, and also with my siblings. And I'm doing life coaching for it. So I just want you guys to know that I also have my life coach and my mentor, because sometimes, as much as I give people advice, like I also need to be reminded of certain things, because you work and anyway, that's not the point. The point is that I get it. And it is difficult. Here's one thing that I will tell you. Tippy-toeing around something or someone, that is people pleasing. And I'm telling you, because I did that for so long in my life. I did it with my mom. I did it with past relationships. I've done it with my siblings without even knowing for so long. And I'm the older sister. So I do wish I had a little bit more information. Like, are you the younger sister, the older sister? Because I think that plays a little bit. But regardless, it's all in how you say things. I do think that you have to respect and honor yourself and honor your feelings. And if your sister loves you, which I know she does, then she'll understand. If you say, hey, sister, can I talk to you about something? Like, this has been bothering me. And I wanted to bring this up and tell you that this makes me uncomfortable. I don't really like how this makes me feel when you say this or when you do that. And I would like it if you didn't do that, and it's as simple as that. It's like hablando con el corazón en la mano, and speaking from the heart. So that's what I suggest. You're going to start resenting your sister if you don't talk about these things. It's all in the little small details, guys, that start building up. Because when we're upset and they do something bad to us, then we're super quick to say, hey, I don't like when you do this. It's the small little things that we're like, oh, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to brush it under the rug. And what happens is it starts building up and you start growing resentment towards a person when you can prevent that by just saying, hey, like, I don't really like how you said that right in the moment, or wait a little bit, but say it right away, because you don't want your relationship to be surface level. The sisterhood has to be built on a solid foundation, and that's part of building a solid foundation in any relationship. So I do think that you should express it and express it in a loving way. I think in person would be better. Usually I tell people, if you don't have the courage to say it in person, write a letter. But I feel like you have a good enough relationship. I don't know why I get that feeling with your sister to speak to her in person. And I feel like she will understand. And if she doesn't, babe, if she gets upset or defensive, then that's an indication that maybe you guys need a tiny bit of space. Because sometimes when we step back, that's when we're able to reflect and analyze a little bit. And maybe you guys can come back and the relationship can be even stronger. But I hope that's not the case. But even if it is, it's okay. And just remember, even with siblings, even with family, even with parents, there are little seasons, and we grow out of certain things, and we grow and we blossom and we're different. And I hope that you guys can always be close, but just know that that could happen. And I hope that's not the case, though. I hope my advice helps you. And I hope that you guys can talk and you can really set healthy boundaries. Thank you for trusting me, and all of you, Raquel, Kayla, and my beautiful anonymous listener. Thank you very much. And for those of you listening right now, thank you for being here. I hope that my advice can also help you. And if you have a question, you know where to leave it. Speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. I love you guys. Los veo en el próximo episodio de Dear Chiquis. Bye. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.